Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Dollar Bin Digging at Home. Because even though we're getting some new release books coming out into stores this week, New Jersey's still curbside pickup only, so I can't get to any boxes to dig. So even though there's really an uninspiring list of new releases that don't really have me too excited to go back to the store next week, or even today, as I'm filming this on Wednesday, I still have my boxes to go through. So in the fourth box that I have over here to my side, I'm going to go through and see if I can find some more dollar bin books that I picked up already that you guys should keep an eye out for once you can get back to those boxes, or if you can already get to them now, as I know some states already can. So I'm not going to waste too much time, gilding the lily on this one. I'm just going to dive right in and see what I can find. So let me switch it on over to my digging camera here, and let's see what we got in this box. All right, so looking at the front here, I can already see that we have a Rose and Thorn. This isn't the one everybody got hot on when the Rose and Thorn rumors came out, but I do like this with the Adam Hughes cover. Got issue 1. Look at this, issue 2. You know what? I'll take these out just in case. They're not worth too much right now, but you never know. Hey, look at that. Another 1 and another 2. Again, I buy multiples when I see them. Sometimes they're cheap enough. I do love this Baroness cover, but this copy, I think I paid $0.25 for it, but it's jacked. Look, there's like some sort of spot there. It's got all kinds of creasing down there at the bottom. Same with this Green Lantern. I believe this is a I can't think of his name. I'm just completely drawing a blank. But I think there's a few Green Lantern first in this issue, number 200. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But again, I got this really cheap, but you can see, look at this thing. This got crunched up somewhere along the line. Well, these aren't dollar books. Again, sometimes these boxes, things get thrown in here. So these, I think, are those Walmart books that I grabbed in Ghost One, and they just get thrown in to get filed away at some point. So these are not dollar books, but they are things that I grabbed. Variant edition 800. Second print. Whatever happened to Wolverine's daughter here? Rain? What was that her name? Something like that? I can't remember. So I guess she wasn't all that important yet. Scar. Yeah, again, Scar. Another kid character. They just really don't seem to last. Savage Dragon might be the only exception to that rule, considering he's headlining that title. I mean, this is 103, so that was a while ago. But I do like this Cho. I did grab this because I didn't get this new release day, but this Cho cover. I love his line work here. It's pencil work and shading. It's beautiful stuff. Strike Force. I think there was something on that a while ago. First Dr. Mirage, I think, in here. Yeah, I still remember Valiant spec. I don't know if you do, but I certainly do. Wonder Woman 100. There's this Wonder Woman 2. 4. Some random early Wonder Woman issues. You never know. Maybe they heat up. Doesn't matter. These are, nice books. Perez. It's good stuff. 5. An extra number 5. And 6. Again, I grab stuff if it's cheap enough. If it just catches my eye. It's Mary Jane. Daredevil 227. I think that was part of the Born Again. Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four book. I always like to grab those. Firestar. I always think of her from the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends show. So I think I grabbed this. I don't think this is worth much, but I picked it up anyway. This is an interesting thing. I think this was the an insert in the trade paperback for Rye. His first few issues, and got Bloodshot in here. This thing, it's like I said, it's an insert. I believe it's polybagged with the trade. It's not easy to find on its own, but when you see it, it's worth picking up because I think it does sell for a couple of bucks, even though it's super thin and it is really prone to getting dinged up because it's like a thick kind of cardstock. But as Wizard 1/2, you see some of these out there. This is a nice Witchblade with the Turner cover. Usually grab those. Stephanie Brown as Robin. I think this was the last issue, her 3-issue stint as Robin in this. I think it was 126, 27, and 28. If not, this is the middle issue, but pretty sure. I always grab these like 15-cent and even if they're beat up, 12-cent DC books because you never know. I don't know enough about old DC to know all the keys and issues of interest. So if they're cheap enough, again, I just grab them because it's just interesting stuff to have. And eventually I'll get around to organizing and sorting them. And again, I don't care too much about like this damage here on the side. I mean, yes, I'd love a nice copy, but if you're paying $1 or less, you take what you can get. At least that's my motto with these. 15. I don't know. I think this was probably... This has me feeling like this was one of those in the 3 packs at Walmart, like one of the issues behind it, because I don't think I would have grabbed this on my own. It's a second printing, but why there's a second printing of Iceman #6, I don't know. And I think it's an homage cover because this looks kind of familiar. I'm not exactly sure which cover it is at the moment, but I don't know. Old Overstreet. Yeah, Overstreet even did a monthly magazine like Wizard back in the day. Hawkman, New Teen Titans, JSA. I think this was a first. Crimson Avenger or something? I don't know. I remember this book getting interest again. There's a price sticker. It doesn't mean that's what I paid, because I believe I did get this for $1 out of a back issue bin. Because I know a shop that all their back issues that they have back there are $1, no matter what they're marked. I believe this is first Caretaker. In this one, I think I put this in Dollar Bin Digging already, so I'm not going to pull it for this one, but it is a book to look out for. These X-Force Crane books are pretty good. I like the art. They got some great covers here. This Necrotia, I think, crossover bit had most of the Crane books. This looks like a new release. Yes, sometimes I get a little run of a semi-new release. Again, I probably bought these. Probably all came out the same week, and I just shoved them in this box until I had a place to put them. Yeah, Turtles. Yeah, those aren't dollar books, so not picking those to cover. Same thing, this Red Winter. There's another cheap book that I grab all the time. And then we have this Uncanny X-Force. This is a good run. I think this is a second print. And yeah, sometimes you can get these weird second prints. And I think this might be a first time Apocalypse is, I don't even know how to describe him. Genesis? I think this might be a first from his Genesis. I'll pull that out to double check it, but I think that is something. Venom 9, second print. Again, I see second prints. I'll sometimes grab them if they catch my eye. This Sif one-shot's actually not a bad grab, too, if you can find it. I'm going to pull that out. I'm not sure what that's selling for these days, but I think if you see that, you might want to grab it. I don't know if she's coming back to the MCU, but again, that was an interesting book. Like this Jay Ancelotti cover. Superman book. This would have been good for Metamorphosis. Oh, here's a book you sometimes can find out there. Like, Spectacular Spider-Man doesn't get a lot of love, and this is just a gorgeous cover, and this actually sells well, especially in high grade. This is probably just like mid-grade at best kind of book. It needs to be cleaned up, but if you see this cover out there, this can fetch you a few bucks. I'm going to pull that one. I know you can see it just from that black and white. It's just a striking image, so it has a lot of fans. G.I. Joe 86, 25th anniversary. In a newsstand. I don't know. I'll take a look at that. See what's going on there. 28. Yeah, some of these old G.I. Joes. I don't think those are Snake Eyes tie-ins. I think this might be a Dreadnought issue here. Might be their first. I'm not positive, but we're not going to pull those. But old G.I. Joes are also books that I like to grab, especially for super cheap. I don't know. It brings me back to my childhood because I had tons and tons of G.I. Joes. Scar, Son of Hulk. I like that Surfer cover. Random Betty Veronica bikini book. Those still, you can flip them if you find them. I'll get around to listing that kind of stuff eventually. I mean, something you pay 50 cents or $1 for. If you can get $10 for it, I call that a win. Django. Which one is this? This is issue 4. Yeah, all right. 3 out of 6. 2 out of 6. But no 1. All right, so I've got 3 issues of a miniseries here. The rest of it's probably in another box somewhere. Again, Crane. He is an underrated artist, I'll tell you that much. I did like this Ghost Rider run. He did some beautiful covers here. Okay, so I will grab these Ennis Crane books when I see them. Again, limited series. That was a 5 of 6, and the first was 4 of 6. What are these? Oh, these turtle books. These were not dollar bin books. I bought these off the shelf at LCS that's near my work. They had all these retailer incentive covers. This was back when issue 100 was coming and Jenica was getting super hot, and I just saw these. They're not any of the ones from Jenica importance, but 86. I just grabbed them. I paid cover price for all of them, so they're not dollar bin books, but I got to do something with these eventually. There are interesting books, all retailer incentives. Yeah, who knows? Trauma Corpse. I believe this is very early Joe Mad. And I want to say my buddy Clint Joslin put me on this book, but I'm not positive. Could have been Topher for all I know. But somebody mentioned it when I was talking about Joe Mad one day, and I had to go out and get it. Like, this is an ash can, issue 0. Could have been Brian McClay. He knows a lot about these artists first as well. Somebody in the group, they put me on the book. I went out and bought it. I think I paid like $3 or $4 on eBay plus shipping for both of these. So I don't know. It's a win to me. So not dollar bins, so I'm not picking those. I believe this is first Shatterstar. His uneventful turn in Deadpool 2 led to this dropping like a rock after spiking pretty quickly. But you can still find them in dollar bins. These Devil Hulk, Immortal Hulk books seem to have faded quite a bit, anything related there. But you could find those still out there. I think it's like issues like 27 and 28 maybe, and then like 12 and 13. There's a few issues in this Incredible Hulk run that tie in to that kind of Devil Hulk and other Hulk personas. These Why the Last Mans I have here are just for my my PC run. I get a spreadsheet list that I keep, and when I'm out there digging and I see runs of Why the Last Man, I try to fill out the issues that I was missing. So I got to file those away where they belong. A-Bomb, I believe, is his first cover. It might be his first full. I don't know if you want to argue that, because I think he might have cameoed at back at end of issue 2. I don't know. Could have been in issue 1, but I know this issue, it's a couple of bucks. The Lost Boys. How can you not love the Lost Boys? So much so I bought these. Yeah, I actually got these online. These are reprints or facsimiles. I don't know what you want to call them. I forget the store, but I bought these online where they made both of these comics because these comics didn't actually exist. These are the ones that Corey Haim was reading in the book that the Frog Brothers turned them on to. So I just ordered them. Just kind of needed them. Divine Right. Wizard 1/2. Another one. There's a Jim Lee one. These Veronica 23s. I actually found a stack of these. It looks like I have 2 of these here. This was I'll take a look, see what that's doing these days. A store had just been filed in a back issue box, and I found them. That's when the whole Betty and Veronica thing was going. Pretty strong. Now they probably come down quite a bit, but we'll take a look. This is probably another little batch. Yeah, these indies, those probably new releases I grabbed. Sketchbook, that was probably a free insert. Deadpool, yeah, this looks like a new release run here of books that I picked up. Covers, Event Leviathan, I don't know. Weird. Criminal, that's a great series. But again, these aren't dollar books, so I'm not gonna look at those. Naomi, whatever happened to Naomi? Jetty Prison cover like that. Black Hammer Encyclopedia. I think Gary Nusser said that this is like the first, I think it's a Skullboy and Digger. I can't remember the characters' names, but I got to catch up on reading Black Hammer. I like what I've gotten into. I think I got most of it. I just got to catch up on reading. Just not enough time in the day for me. Space Bandits, Black Hammer. Again, this is a new release chunk. So this box looks like it's a healthy bit of new releases. That's a dollar book mixed in. I like this Ecstatics from the Alred and Peter Milligan bit. I don't know. This book doesn't do much, but I think it's the 116 in the X-Force run. I think it does still pretty well. Carnage Eyes. Yeah, these are new releases. So we got to skip this bit here. Skip. Sorry, no, that's not why you guys are here, to see crappy new releases that I wasted all this money on, because they're not worth anything. They actually probably are dollar bin books now. These are from months ago. You can probably find a lot of these DCB covers and whatnot in dollar bins overstocked from other dealers because, who cares about Year of the Villain right now? Gideon Falls and the like. This Faithless Prison cover, though, I think still might be all right. I think I got 2 of these because this one's not opened, and I know I opened one. I don't know where that is because I wanted to see what it looked like. But dang. Again, these could be dollar books these days. I'm not positive. But again, we're not looking at those. So we're going to move towards the back here. What do we got? Ms. Marvel. Oh, yeah, our new costume. 5, 4. I think 5 does pretty well. Valkyrie Fearless. And these Moon Knights. Yeah, I sometimes grab these Moon Knights because I don't have them. And some interesting covers. I think Teixeira does the interiors. I think these might be Arthur Soydum. Yeah, it looks like a Soydum. I don't know how to say his name. Cover. But it's an interesting cover run. So, again, cheap enough. I'll go and grab these Moon Knights off the shelf. And, and I got this bit, again, cheap enough. I grab them. Starman. I never actually read this run. I've heard a lot of good things, and I think I picked up a good chunk of it. Yeah, these look like a healthy bit of Starmans in here. Got to put towards the batch. And then back to these Ghost Riders. I think the Caretaker was the only issue of note in this run. this time frame in the 20s and 30s, but some interesting covers here. There's another Soitum, however you say it, cover. And Diodato She-Hulk. I always like these, and I like this cover. Sorry, I was holding it up too high. I'm not paying attention to the camera. But I think I got enough books here off the side, so we're going to switch it off from the digging box and just wrap this up. Yeah, so, I don't know. I got a handful of books here. Just got to pick 4. Got to pick 4 from the stack. I don't know if we'll go with the Veronica or this G.I. Joe Anniversary. Probably go with this Spidey. I do like that Spidey. I want to see what it's doing. I do like this Sif. You know what? This second print ain't bad. Oh, second print ain't bad either. Oh, and the Rye Companion. I want to cover that one. So I guess the Hughes Rosenthors. Yeah, I think that other stuff's going to have to wait. So for now, these bad boys are going to go back in the box for another day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed digging through that box with me, even if it was just for a little bit. I'm going to go write this up now, post it at the site tomorrow morning, and catch you guys all next week. All right.